Hi and welcome to Makeup Mugwump. My name is Leanne. Thank you so much for joining me. Let's put some makeup on. Let's get some makeup on this face. It is Thursday. My neighbor has his Harley out. It's about 100 million degrees outside. I have no idea what in the world he's doing with 100 million degrees trying to ride a bike, but more power to him. I don't know if you can hear the rumbling or not. It's really hot. I'm sure it's probably hot where you are too. Unless you're somewhere in Australia. My Australian people, I love you so much. I wish I were there with you right now and not the flesh melting off my bones. Let's do makeup. I'm trying to decide, like I did clean my vanity off, so thank you for all of you supportive people who told me to clean my vanity or you're gonna unsubscribe. I'm kidding. No one did that, but you probably should have. That would have been inspiration. You know, one of those ultimatums of get your life together or I'll leave you, but YouTube style, you know, that's weird. But this is the primer serum from Wet n Wild that has the Care Bears on it. So cute. Really watery, like I'm not watery, really thin. Like it's a thin thing. It's not super thick. It's not bad. Let's put some LYS on our face. I don't know that this is going to be a revolutionary look at all. I have to be at work in a little while, and so it's going to be a fairly quick look, I guess, but it'll be beauty. This is my Love Out Loud shirt that was released for Pride Month at Old Navy. They had a couple of things to choose from. This is the one that I chose from Old Navy. And then there was, did I get another shirt this month? I can't remember. Did I? Maybe from Torrid? I can't remember. Y'all ignore the fluff everywhere. This shirt is one of those that attracts everything. You know how it is. Okay, so there's the LYS liquid highlighter in Brave. I don't want to mix foundations this morning. So let's find one here that I don't have. Let me just knock everything down, okay? Did I even wet my sponge? No, I don't even. Hold on. Okay, let's use my Lancôme Teint Miracle Lit From Within makeup. This is in 4N Ivory, and I have like the Dramming bottle. This came from Poshmark or something. The lady who was selling it was their department store closed, and so she was selling the bottles, so I bought one. It's like 30 bucks, I think, for the 8 ounces. That's not bad. It's a pretty shade. It's a little bit peachy, so it could stand to use like a quarter of a pump of the LA Girl Pro Color mixing in blue, but I don't want to mix today because I'm just not in the mood. So, but it does need to get a little bit more neutral to match me perfectly. This is a really pretty foundation. It's super pretty. And I'm happy that I got it. It is super glowy, which makes me happy. I will powder a smidge today because I do need to be on camera. Sometimes when I've got a glowy base, like a liquid highlighter on, or a super glowy primer and a glowy foundation on camera, it can come off on camera, like at work. It can come off greasy, and I don't want to give that vibe, you know what I mean? Glowy's great, greasy's not. So we might powder just a bit, especially in the T-zone. So there's that. That's Ivory 4N in the Teint Miracle from Lancôme. It's not, you know, super high coverage. Also, I mean, I just slapped it on with a foundation brush and pounced it in. It's not bad. I am going to use my Maybelline Age Rewind in Brightener. And it's a pinky shade, and it actually works well as just a concealer for me. I know a lot of people use this as a color corrector. I can get away with it as a concealer, so that's what we're going to do. And then for eye primer, let's use our Benefit Lemonade, which is long since expired, but we're going to use it anyway because it works. Okay, so let's see. This week I have read a bunch. I have read a bunch this week. Like a book a day, a book a night, really, because once I get off work, I go and read. And so I've read quite a number of books recently, but this week I've been on a roll, and actually it's really good because the books that I've read have been standalone, so I'm not like on a cliffhanger or anything until the next night, which I like. I appreciate that. And it works out really well. I'm going to under eye powder Laura Mercier. I don't think I'm going to cream, you know, contour or bronze today. I'm just going to go with powder because I'm going to go faster than normal. I'm not going to spend a bunch of time because I gotta get to work, boo. All right, so that's under the eyes, and then let's what I've been using the Laura Geller Balance and Brighten foundation. Hello, it is glowy. I'm going to use the e.l.f. Camo powder foundation because it is matte, and I'm just going to tap it where I want to. It's still kind of glowy underneath, but it mattifies a little bit. Not a little bit. It mattifies much more than the Laura Geller ever would, which is why I keep both on my vanity. If I want to be matte, I'll put this on, or matter, and if I want to be glowy, I'll put that on. They're both great. This is in Fair 120N, and it is a wonderful powder. Hello. Okay, put some things back, and let's do some brows. This is the e.l.f. Instant Brow Lift pencil. I need to get my brows shaped again. I do pretty good. I can, if I have them shaped 3 times a year, twice a year, something like, you know, something like that, just enough for me to be able to maintain the shape that somebody else can see. That's the problem that I have, is that I can't necessarily do a good job at measuring or making the decisions of where. Like, it's hard. I don't know, it's hard for me to do it for myself. So if I go and get them shaped, you know, by somebody who's looking at my face, then it is much easier to maintain that shape. So that's what I try to do just a few times a year, and it's about time. This is the Merit Brow Gel, the Brow 1980. We love her. It's just like a brow pomade, really. Not really a gel. Okay, let's put some color on this face. Let's start with, let's use the SheGlam contouring powder that we got. Palette, contouring palette, Leanne and Words. And we're gonna go into this middle shade here and get that on the perimeter of the top half of our face. I'm not contouring, and I'm like sort of bronzing. Basically, I just want some color back in my face from after putting on the foundation. And I just like it. And then also, let's try, I think this one is shimmery. Let's give it a tap with our, yeah, it is. All right, we'll use her as a highlighter today. Some days that I have a danger of looking too glowy, I just skip highlighter altogether, and that works too, because then I'm not like emphasizing glow. But since I'm mattified, I'm good to glow. Good to glow. Oh, sorry. Okay, let's. Do I have any new blushes up here? I think I've got this one. Okay, let's use this one. This is the Sweet Cheeks Blush Trio from SheGlam. And I'm going to use the lightest shade. It's just a peachy color. Yeah, that's pretty. Don't know what I'm going to use for eyeshadow today. Haven't made that decision yet. But it's coming up on time for me to make that decision. Let's use one of my summer palettes over me. Let's see here. Let's go with the Natasha Denona Bronze. I haven't used her yet this season. Let's see what she's got for me today. A nice bronzy eye. That would be nice. Okay, she is lacking in a super light shade, so I'm going to use my little palette that sits on my desk for a super light, like a cream matte that can help blend out some of these mattes. There's not like a super light matte here, so we're going to go here, and then let's start with Sundown. A peachy brown or a brownie peach, whichever. And just pop this. I only just barely tap my brush in Natasha shadows because she's a pigmented beast, which I love. We've talked about how there's advantages and disadvantages to pigmented shadows, and advantages and disadvantages to not very pigmented shadows, and I appreciate both of them for things that I want to do with my looks. Okay, we push this one into the crease and above, but I don't want to go too high with the color because again, I'm going to work, so I want to be a little bit less colorful above the crease, but using that cream to kind of just make sure we're blended out. Very nice, very nice. Okay, let's use a smaller brush and let's pick up the shade. We're gonna go between Suntan and Magma, so a little bit of a ruddy brown and just a darker chocolate. We'll just go between the two, just pounce in both and pick up a little bit of both shades because they're both really pretty. This palette is quintessential summer palette for me. It was in my summer palette video, favorite summer palettes. I love switching out palettes for seasons. It helps me. I have a large collection, y'all. It's nobody needs this much makeup ever. But I enjoy it. One of the ways that it's not overwhelming to me, like at all, is if I consider palettes seasonal or, you know, that kind of like just this palette I use in summer, not that I can't use it any other time, but that it's, you know, it's my summer palette. So I don't get overwhelmed if it's been a year since I've used it. That makes sense to me. And I enjoy it. Like, I love these things. Okay, I want to use the shade Bliss, which is the duochrome. It's a peach, like gold green. And I say green like it's a greeny gold flip. It is so pretty. and unique, and it is beautiful. So I pick up shimmers on my finger. You can pick up her shimmers on a brush, but I just don't. Like they perform really well on your finger. I don't need like any kind of glitter glue or anything like that with these. So it's just a metallic. It's got really, really pretty shimmers and it sticks all day. I love the shade. She's got some beautiful, you know, bronze shimmers in this, of course, but this one is probably one of the most unique shades in this palette. The rhodium shade, this rhodium shade here is stunning and I love it. They seem a little out of place, the ones in the top corner. I love those two shades. Okay, there we go. Just a really pretty peachy eye. Ta-da! I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. It's such a pretty palette. So easy, so quick. Love it so much. Okay. Let's do... I'm not going to do eyeliner today. Excuse me. I am going to do some quick mascara. While I do that, I'm going to think about what lip I want. All right. Mascara, we're going to use the Big Boss from AOA Studio. It has a rubber bristle. Why are you not focusing today? Hello. All right, let's do a quick inner corner. We'll use Wet n Wild Sugar, which is a single, and it's just an icy white. Works really well for the inner corner. All right, lips, I'm going to use a Maybelline Lifter Gloss. This is the shade Amber 007, and it is a lovely gloss. I wipe off a majority of what's on the applicator. It's a peachy nude. And I think it's pretty. It's a great color for year round, but specifically summer. It goes with a lot of bronze looks. It's pretty. It's a really pretty gloss. Okay, there's the look. Quick and easy, lemon squeezy. Thank you for hanging out with me while I got ready for work. Tell me what eyeshadow palette you're using for your summer favorites. I love this one, and I love the look that comes out. You can't look at this and be like, oh yes, the Natasha bronze palette. When you look at this, it's not formulaic of what's in there because of that fantastic duochrome. All right, thanks so much for watching. Y'all have a fantastic rest of your day. Like this video if you liked it. Hit subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.